And finally, we also want to honor a special golden girl. I love this because I'm a Navy veteran, so I can appreciate a woman in a uniform. Betty-Reid-Soskin grew up in a Cajun Creole African-American family that settled in the East Bay after floods that devastated the city of New Orleans in 1927. She can recall ferry boat crossings at a time that precedes the construction of the bridges that span the bay, and at a time when the Oakland International Airport consisted of just 2 small hangars. In 1945, she and her husband Mel founded the still existing small Berkeley music store, Reed's Records. She has since held positions as staff to a Berkeley City Council member and as a field representative serving West Contra Costa County for 2 members of the California State Assembly. In 2005, she was named one of the nation's 10 outstanding women, builders of communities and dreams by the National Women's History Project in ceremonies in both Griffith Park in Los Angeles as well as in Washington, D.C. Ms. Reid-Soskin is currently employed as a park ranger for the Rosie the Riveter World War II Homefront National Historical Park in Richmond, California. Assigned to civic engagement and community outreach, our special Golden Girl honoree, Park Ranger Betty-Reid-Soskin. It's okay to stand up. She is definitely doing her thing.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Do sit down. In keeping with your theme today of generations, I'd love to accept this honor in the name of my great-grandmother, who was born into slavery in 1846. She was enslaved until she was 19, freed by the Emancipation Proclamation, at which time she married George Allen, who was a corporal in the Louisiana State Colored Troops fighting on the side of the North in the Civil War. My great-grandmother lived to be 102, which means that she did not die until 1948. My mother, who was raised by my great-grandmother, was born in 1894 and died in 1995 at 101. And I was born in 1921, and I'm still here. I celebrated my 93rd birthday in September. But wait, that's not all. We knew each other as adults. My great-grandmother, my mother, and myself were all living at the same time as grown-ups. I was 27 years old, the mother of 2 children, by the time my great-grandmother died in 1948. And that means that all of that history, slavery through Reconstruction, Plessy v. Ferguson, Rosenberg's, Scottsboro Boys, First World War, Lindbergh's flight, Amelia Earhart, Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, Fannie Lou Hamer and Emmett Till, assassination of the Kennedys and the moon landing, the Mars probe, September 11th, Occupy, I Can't Breathe, Black Lives Matter and All Lives Matter all happened within a lifetime of 3 women who were adults at the same time. And add to that the fact that the year 2009, on January 20th, as a seated guest on the Capitol Mall, I'm a witness to the inauguration of the first African-American president. I'm sitting there with a picture of my great-grandmother in my breast pocket. My great-grandmother, whose life was contemporary with that of Abraham Lincoln. Let no one tell you that time does not bring change. I show you that history because I think it's what unifies all of us. Because my expression of that history is in some form the lives that we have all led. And I'm able to express that now as a full-time ranger in a national park, helping to shape that park in line with that history that we have all shared. Thank you very much for the 100 women, for bringing all these leaders together, because we're all needed. Thank you very much.